Hey everyone, it's Julie at the Paper Bag Lady 1. Happy first day of spring! I know this is not a view that you normally have, however, it is what's happening outside my window. It's snowing. We're supposed to get 4 to 6 inches of snow today. And then it's going to be 50 some degrees tomorrow. It's ridiculous. Anyway, oh, that was just funny. I had to share. All right, so some of my completed albums and some of the insides of them and whatnot. So I have like 60 here. I'm not going to show you all 60. So what I'm going to do is do a video with some of the 6x6 albums, and then I'll come back and do a separate video of some of the 8x8 albums. So yeah, let me just tilt this down and we'll get started. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you is one that my friend Monica wanted to see. The one with all the doily goodness, as she said. So this is a pretty fat album because it's got these little rosy things in it that makes it fat. So I tied it with the ribbon, and then I have another bit of lace holding it shut. These little things are images. I think most of them came from the Graphics Fairy, which is a great site with lots of free images that are in the public domain, and then I just shrink them to a tiny little size and print them. And then of course this is covered with lots of doilies. And here, how about if I put it down? You know, it never occurred to me to zoom in. Doesn't really to normal. Anyway, I'm playing with my camera. Covered with my doilies, and then these are Prima little rosebuds, and I kind of went over the edges of them with, ooh, what's it called? Spun Sugar. It's Spun Sugar Distress Ink. Aren't you proud, Mon? I use Distress Ink. Anyway, so let's go inside. And this paper is, I think it's called French Country, and it was a die cuts with a view stack. And I have like 2 pads of it. I think I still have 1 whole pad left. I'm not positive. But I really like this paper, and so normally when I do a photo mat, I do layers, but this I just distressed the edges and left it like that and just put it straight down on the album. So I used a lot of wide lace and things behind, more of these images here, and then just lots of doilies and roses. This actually is not, this one is not a Graphics Fairy. This came from Victoria Designs. And it was a tag sheet. I think there were 6 of them. Excuse me. One thing I really like about her is a lot of times when you purchase her images, if they are like a set of 6 tags or something, she sends you the sheet so you can just print out one, but she also sends you all the images individually so you can sort of print out as many of one as you want or make them as big or as small as you want. I love that. And yeah, these are glued down, so I won't be putting coffee dyed tags. A lot of my albums that I'll show you will get coffee dyed tags in them, but I haven't ironed them yet, so I can't put them in. This is also Victoria Designs, little journaling thing here, I believe. I love her stuff, by the way. Love it. Almost as much, I think I have almost as much as I have of the Seneca Pond Crafts, which I also love. Yep, there's another Victoria Designs. So I guess most of them aren't from the Graphics Fairy. Oh, mercy. You'd think it was Monday morning, not Friday. That one is a Graphics Fairy. Anyway, so that is that one. And I will actually show you another one now done with that same paper. But this one, I used lots of appliques as well. And again, it's a fat one, so I tied that. And then this, a lot of these appliques were from a big piece, and I just cut it down and made it smaller, into smaller hunks, so you can see they're all over the place. I used a lot of these same images. And this one I did use the little roses on the front, but I did not use them on every page throughout. And not all these pages are the same, because this one doesn't have those appliques. This one has, like this has a cameo. I'm pretty sure those came from Butterbee Scraps. Oops, let's get in camera. And so did these little metal centers, and so did that little perfume bottle. And this was from some random piece of trim that I just thought matched. Well, it was a long was a long piece and I cut it apart. These are some more Butterbee Scraps metal things. I can't remember if that clock came from her or not. I think it did, because I can't imagine where else I would have gotten it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that key did too. These here, I'll show you this. These here on the corner, these big pieces, they were on napkins. I had a set of napkins that I had purchased, and those were the one corner edge of the napkin. So I just went through and cut them all off, and there's some damage, some color damage on them, but you know, I like this old look, so it's fine, works fine for me. And then I just layered some other things on top of it. And then the last page here, some butterflies, again Butterbee Scraps. At least they used to be. I don't know that, I haven't looked in a long time, so I don't know what she still carries and what she doesn't. But anyway, so that's the same type of paper, but a little bit different because we used appliques in it. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Let's do Baby Girl. These tags that you'll see throughout came from Seneca Pond Crafts. I love them. I like this for a little girl because it's like bright colors, and we still have some blues and greens and other things in there. And this paper, I believe it was a crepe paper pad, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 6x6. And then I just went through and stamped some different things along the top. These are open. I will put coffee dyed tags in there when I get them ironed. And I don't remember where all the stamps came from, I'll be honest with you. But I love these little images. They're kind of vintagey retro looking, which I thought matched the paper very well. And again, I like that we have other colors in there. Like when my daughter was little, her nursery was the sky, so it was blue and white clouds and yellow curtains. But anyway, so I like the nice bright colors. Look at the little kittens in there. Whoops, can't see. So there's that Baby Girl, and then I have another Baby Girl, and this was done with, oh phooey, I can't remember the paper, but I had it in boy and in girl. But I don't think I have a boy one here to show you, but it had a sheet in it that had all kinds of firsts, like holds your head up, and well, you'll see when we go inside. And I did 3 different ones, and they all have different covers, and the papers are just an assortment because I couldn't do them all exactly the same. But here, I'll just show you this one. So first we have like the little sweet baby girl, and you can write the baby's name and when they were born and the time and where, put a little tiny picture there. And here first holds her head up, and I just matted this because I needed a little bit of that pink. First giggle, slept through the night. I like this one, rolls over front to back, and then upside down it says back to front. I just think that's cute. First tooth. And then these are all either I Am Roses or Wild Orchid Crafts flowers, and then these little roses are Primas. First steps, first cereal, fruit and veggies. First word, and then here's this little other tag that says adorable first. Smile, claps, waves, bye-bye, plays peekaboo, sits up, crawls, pulls herself up and stands. And then on the last page said daddy and said mommy. And then here is a little boy, and this is, I believe, the boy version of this, the crepe paper. This one was called Little Bo Peep, and I think this one was Little Boy Blue. And again, I have several of these, but they all are slightly different, but I'll just show you one. And these tags were from the same paper line, but I actually bought them. It was a 12 by 12 sheet, and I got them at A.C. Moore once upon a time. This little charm came from Mo. I think it was the baby set. This little card, this bingo card, can't remember where that came from, but I have them in boy and I had them in girl too. They might be Melissa Francis. Anyway, and lots of Rick Rack. I love Rick Rack, and I especially love Rick Rack on a baby boy album because it's not lace, it's not satiny ribbon, it's just, I don't know, I just like it. And then little stars. And then I have staples in green and blue and yellow, some different colors, so I used some staples to adhere throughout. And then the sheet had this, or the paper had this little sheet of little like flashcardy things that you could cut out. So I have those cut out throughout. Welcome baby, another one of the tags. Boys are hard because you can't just slap flowers all over it. Date, little shoes. I think those might have also come from Mo, but I don't think those were from the baby set. Maybe they were. I don't know. I have ones that didn't necessarily come in a set because when she came to visit, she brought me a bunch of charms. Yeah. Anyway. And this will get the tags in it too. Here we have the date. You can put a date and a little picture there. This says new arrival. Here, I'll put this down. And then over here, 4 seeds in an apple one. I had a little apple charm. I think that came from her school set, but I thought it worked really well there. So there's a little boy album. Let's see what else we have. This. Now I have about 6 or 8 albums made with this style of paper. There were a couple different paper pads, all bright colors, all just kind of random and girly, that I picked up at Tuesday Morning because it was something like $3 for the paper pad and there were 48 sheets in it. It was a 12 or a 6x6. And then I actually happened to have these little doodads that I had bought a while ago that matched the paper. So, yay! And then this is a very old, what you call that stuff? Vellum from, oh my word, I must have bought it 5 years ago, but it worked. So there we go. This will not get the coffee dyed tags. If I had white shipping tags, I would use them. I think I saw them online once, but it was pretty expensive for a box, so I'm not sure what I'll put in there. But it's pretty simple. It's just something fun and girly. And you can see on these I used that, I kind of sewed the binding together because they're thin enough that it works. And I really like that. Here's another one. It's different paper, but I got it at the same place, and it was the same type of thing. And this actually, excuse me, here, wait, I have another one. I'll show you. I'll show you. If I can find it. Ha! Here it is. 10 things I love to do with my friends. And then you have little tickets inside. And I just thought these were really cute, but I didn't leave it as a pocket. What I did is I took the pocket apart. This was the inside of the pocket, and I kind of layered it. And then inside, throughout, each page has a ticket. Number 1, 2, and they go on through until you can write to go along with the picture. So I bought a couple of those. I have a wedding one. I might have a wintry one. Can't remember for sure. But so that's something fun you can do with that sort of thing. And I got it at like clearance at Michael's for 99 cents. Okay, you can't beat that, can you? Okay, here is one. I did this. This was some old paper that I had bought to do an album for some friends' 60th wedding anniversary. I had some left, so I cut some albums. This, of course, is the Tim Holtz, the hangy sign die. And then what I did was, this is embossed. It's the Lindy's, I think it's the Midnight Bronze. And then this I used, ooh, here it is. I think it's the frayed burlap distress embossing powder. And then I kind of rubbed over it with some, I think it's the vintage, it's not the vintage photo, I think it's the walnut, over a little bit on the edges. And then this is a Fisker stamp, and hung it there. And here's just some chain I got random places and jump rings, and you can see the jump rings are copper and the chain is bronze, and these eyelets are brown because I don't have lots and lots of that sort of thing. But anyway, and then this is some coffee dyed cottony stuff, and it's pretty simple inside. This will get the shipping tags in there, but it's just pretty simple. Same basic layout, same flowers. Again, sometimes I find that simple works really well because if you have a lot going on, it can take away from the pictures. And then finally, my last one is this. This is some fantastic paper that I got at Tuesday Morning, and it's, oh shoot, I can't remember what it was called, but it's got like this nice linen-y kind of feel to it. And I cut a couple 6x12 albums, and then I cut some 6x6 albums. So I used lots of yummies here. These are the Tim Holtz gear dies, the big ones and the little ones. And then a lot of these metal gears I got from Mo. And I have some other ones that I don't remember where I got. This is a Tim Holtz ticket. And then all throughout I have a couple of dies. This one I believe, or not dies, stamps. This one is, I believe, Stamper's Best. And I just stamped and then clear embossed. Hung some chain. Oh, so proud of myself with the chain. This is the Tim Holtz On the Edge. Is it called On the Edge die? But anyway. And then some more embossing there. And these are all, the gears that I cut out are all embossed with either the Lindy's Midnight Bronze and Midnight Copper, and some of this is that aged, or the Princess Gold, I think. And then I kind of went over it a little bit with some of the chunky aged black just to give it a little bit of a darker look. These gears here, this one I know for certain came from Gina's Designs, Gina's Laser Cut Designs. And then this is a stamp, I think it's an Inkadinkado stamp. It came in a set, which I really, really like, if you can see that there. And this will get little coffee dye tags in it too. Here's some more, whoops, some more chain, me trying to be creative. I really, really like this paper. I think this is great for man. These are some more Gina's Designs, these kind of more fancy ones. And look here on the edge, it's like a corner with a bunch of gears. She has corners, and then I think there's like a long strip too, which I did not use in here. But I just think those are very cool. And these were the minis, but I think they came in a larger size too. And then to finish it up, and there you go. So those are some of my 6x6 albums. If you have any questions, let me know. If there were any that you kind of saw me whip through when I was showing you what I've been up to, let me know. I'll be glad to show them to you. Whoa, this was a long video. Looks like I need to charge up the batteries on my camera, and then later today I will record one with the 8x8 albums. So if you have any questions, again, let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great first day of spring, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.